Good afternoon. It is afternoon. Good afternoon. It is 3:13, which is funny because 3:13 is my mom's birthday. But good afternoon and welcome. I decided to take a minute. I know I look crazy. My eyes probably look crazy because I am still under the weather. But I had a word, had some things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I did not want to wait until Tuesday, which is my birthday, but I didn't want to wait to Tuesday to come live to talk to you about some things. And what's crazy is I was just talking to my son this morning. As you guys know, most of you know that he has a Monday motivation where he does motivational gives motivational words, inspiring words, on Mondays. And he was just saying, like, Ma, I don't think I'm gonna do it this Monday. And I'm like, what do you mean you're not gonna do it this Monday? Like, it's what you do. And he's like, I really don't feel like I have anything to say. And I had said to him that it was our responsibility because it's a part of what we have been called to do. Hey boo. It is part of what we've been called to do. So it is our responsibility to still push through in the midst of everything that's going on and give people an inspirational word, especially at a time like this. Yesterday, actually, I had the pleasure of being one of the 100K people that was partying with DJ D Nice on Instagram yesterday evening. I believe he started about 3 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock, and yeah, we partied all night long, and it gave me inspiration. It gave me motivation. It made me realize that we can all be doing small things that we think are so minute, things that we're just using our gifts, and we can be doing small things to make a big difference. You do not know, especially in a time like this where people are just clinging and are in need of a word, a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation, just a little bit of joy, a little bit of happiness, a little bit of hope. And I believe that we all have gifts that are inside of us that some of us are using for a financial aspect of things, and some of us they are laying doormat. So I'm praying that during this downtime we are all using our gifts. Hello, welcome, come on in. We are all using our gifts as a way to kind of inspire each other. You guys are watching right here live. I am live on my Inspired with Shika My'Chelle Show page on Instagram, as well as my personal page right here on Facebook. Hey, Sherrol, my favorite songbird. I thought that it was important for me not to wait until Tuesday, because I've been seeing so many great things, so many awesome posts, so many things that people are, just posting on social media right now that have been motivating me. I have been under the weather. I'm still struggling to breathe. I was just diagnosed with bronchitis a few days ago, but I feel the effects in my chest, but the devil is a liar, because I'm going to push through, because that is what, we do. And in the midst of all of this, I feel like it is our responsibility to lift each other up. So I wanted to as I stated, D Nice yesterday, it was over 100,000 of us rocking with him last night, and it was amazing. It was to be in your own home, and for the club. I have not been to the club in Jesus. Probably I was about 30, and I'll be 40 on Tuesday. I think it's been that long, but it made me feel good despite how I was feeling health-wise. Just to be a part of it, and every single song that came on made me excited. And my best friend who is watching live on my Instagram right now, Debricka, hey boo, she actually was rocking out with me from her house. So we had an amazing time. I was having a little gathering that my husband and my son were putting together for my birthday, and that ended up getting canceled due to everything that's going on, you know. And I'm like, darn, the first year that I actually am excited since my mom passed to celebrate my birthday, and it's 40 at that, and that gets shut down. So I was feeling a little down, and then I started to get feel under the weather. So factor that in. I'm like, great, this is really going to be an interesting birthday. But to get to be able to party with my best friend and 100,000+ people, including Michelle Obama, Oprah, Beyonce, oh God, Tiffany Haddish, you name it, they were live on Instagram yesterday partying with us. You know, shout out to DJ D Nice for bringing hope, you know, giving people just an ounce of hope, happiness, joy. I mean, you selflessly, thank you, David, appreciate you, God bless you, sir. You know, he didn't charge anything, asked no one to sow a seed, but simply was just a blessing to the world, and he has continued to do so, which is a blessing. I believe that he will be live again today, so you can check that out. But and being accountable, because I believe that when you answer the call, you have to be accountable. And in a time like this, we all are in need of something. We are all in need of each other. So I actually saw a post today. Actually, let me go back. I had church in a lot of places today. I thank God for every single apostle, bishop, pastor, reverend, woman and man of God that chose to continue in their path and giving people the word, a word of hope, a word of inspiration. On this morning, I shared a few virtual churches this morning, including especially Destiny House Christian Center, and that's in Freeport, New York, under the leadership of Senior Pastor Apostle Dr. Pepper Martin, which I am a member of. We did virtual church this morning. That is located in Freeport, New York. I also shared Dr. MarQuerita Story, whom you guys, if you know me, you know I love her. I've known her for quite a few years, and she has always been an absolute blessing to me, to Beautifully Unique Incorporated, and everything that I do. She's always, anything that you need, call me, let me know I'm there. Do you need me to pray for you? Whatever it is. She has been an absolute blessing and a godsend, and I thank God for her, as well as my pastor. As I said, Apostle Dr. Pepper Martin. I thank God for these two women of God. I also shared Abundant Life Christian Center International, which is in Hopewell, Virginia, that my two of my cousins, Andrea Branch and Erica Knight, are members of. I shared that this morning, as well as Holy Trinity Baptist Church, which is located in Amityville, New York. So any of you that were in need of a word this morning, feel free to check my page out. I have shared those 4 words this morning. So if you are in need of a little bit of motivation, a little bit of inspiration, you can find it right there on my page, and it'll also take you to their respective pages as well. But it's funny, this morning I was actually just having a conversation with my son again, because that's what we do, we talk. And we were just having a conversation, and I logged into Facebook, and when I was on Facebook, I saw that Shekinah Bryant, who is amazing, she had posted something which was about 3 hours ago, and what she said was, take note of friends that you hear from only when you text them first, or only when they need something. This quarantine will certainly help you identify a true friend will check up on you just because. They embrace with open arms, and not just to keep you arm's length for what you can do for them. Watch as well as pray. If you're a burden for them to embrace, check again. Not every good connection is a God connection. See where you belong. Ask God to surround you with the right people. One must be strategic in this season. I'm grateful for my ever so small circle. It may be small, but the quality of friendship is great. Remember, a dime may be small, but holds more value than a nickel. And it's so funny that she posted that, because I actually shared it on my page. And Nas and I, this was yesterday actually, we were having this conversation, and he was expressing how, he felt a little alone in the midst of all of this. He's like, I'm contacting my friends and everybody's stuck at home and nobody's responding, and I think that in this season, I'm grateful that this started before this quarantine, and I started to have my eyes open to people that were around me, and I've expressed this before on the show, that I've started to see people for who they are. God has started to open my eyes to people, and I'm no longer looking for the approval, the validation, the pat on the back. I'm just like, you know what, God, you just use me, and wherever you see fit, I know it'll work itself out. So this has been happening in my life over the course of the last few months, and I'm grateful for it. I started to realize that once I stopped reaching out to people, my phone really stopped ringing. Once I stopped being the person to reach out first, I stopped hearing from quite a few people that I thought, were in my corner, that, had my back, that were my real friends, So we really have to be careful of those people that we only hear from when we take the first step. And that just takes you back to everything that's happening right now. For my family, I'm one of those people that I don't believe that anybody owes me anything, and I'm going to go get it by any means necessary. Everybody that knows me knows that I don't drive. That's fine. Personal choice. We'll work that out when it gets worked out. But with all that is going on, and all the people that, that you selflessly poured into, it's funny how out of all the people that I know, there have only been 3, and this is no shade to anybody, because again, if you know me, I am a go-getter. I'm going to figure it out. I will hit an Uber, I will hit a Lyft, I will walk, I will take a cab, I will take a train, I will take a plane, I will get there by any means necessary to make sure that my family is good. But I wanted to take a minute to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to Elder Francis Dent, Elder Paula Varner, and my bestie, Debricka Taylor. This is not taken away from anybody that's done anything for me in the past, and however, whatever. In this very season where things are dire, where it is difficult to even get your hands on toilet paper, which I am glad that I shop like my mama, and I don't wait for things to go out for me to pick them up. But I thank God for you guys for picking up the phone and saying, Sheik, I'm running out. Do you need to go anywhere? Like, do you need anything? Or I'm out in the store. Is anything that you need? Are you lacking of anything? It makes you feel good, because during this time, a lot of us are, and I love you back. That's, if you're not on Instagram, you don't see that, but I'm talking to my best friend here. I am always stocked up, as Debricka said. I'm the one that will give you and go without. So, during this time, I don't want to say in this season, during this time, let's be a little less selfish, and not even about the stores. Let's check on older people. Let's check on each other to see how people really are doing right now. For those that battle with depression and suicidal thoughts and anxiety and things of that nature, people that are single, people that are married, people that are grieving, this quarantine can really get to you mentally. So I ask that we all be accountable to each other, you know, to be that shoulder to lean on, to be that person that, you know, inspires and gives somebody hope. It's a really difficult time for some people, and I've been seeing it, you know, on social media. And I just ask that we be more aware, be more present, and take some time to reflect on self. Reevaluate the things that you may want to change. This is the time to really focus on, you know, where you are, where you want to be, and where you've been. Heal from some things in this season. Really connect to God. Get back in to the thing that has been embedded in you since the beginning of time. And really pay attention to that. This is our time to go deeper. This is our time to, you know, be obedient and really listen. So I ask, you know, you guys that, hello everybody that just, I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you guys. I've been talking to both everybody that logs in on on Facebook. I've been on Instagram as well. Absolutely praying for you, Auntie Kathy. If you didn't watch from the beginning, I know I'm actually battling with, hey Chris, I'm battling with bronchitis right now, and it is taking an absolute toll, not just on my breathing, but I am on prednisone right now, and Lord knows if you've ever been on prednisone, you know that thing is of the devil. So hello Lady Ann, Toya, welcome. Please watch from the beginning. I have the biggest headache. Please watch from the beginning to catch yourself up. But I was just discussing the importance of checking in on each other, the importance of you know, in this time, you know, making sure that we're okay, you know, and if we can do something, you know, it's very scary, you know, when you're a hands-on person, like, thank you, Sherrol. When you're a hands-on person, like for me, I'm a hugger. If you need me, I don't have a car. If you need me, I will find you. I will come to you wherever you are. That has always been me. So, you know, it's difficult to be that type of person and not be able to physically be there for people that may be in need while trying to protect yourself and your health. You know, and ensuring that, you know, you stay healthy, but that you're also doing what's needed for your family. Because, you know, if you come in contact with certain people and they are, you know, experiencing some form of sickness, doesn't have to be, you know, the coronavirus, but, you know, you bring that back to your family. So you have to be very careful, you know, about the elderly, those with compromised immune systems. You know, we have to be very careful, but we still can do our part in encouraging and inspiring each other. Excuse me, guys. You know, we have to really do our part to make sure that we are there for each other the best way that we can. Shout out to Tiffany Ashe. Hey cuz, while you are here, I want to say thank you to all those on the front line. My God, all the nurses, the doctors, those in the medical field, home health care. I know Dana is on, and I know that you've been struggling with the home health care. You guys are not getting the support that you need. I've seen it posted a few times. My prayers for you and your company and everybody associated with it, the elderly that you guys take care of every single day. I pray that you will get the resources that you need to continue to do what it is that you do, which is important. Every truck driver, every person in retail, my God. I thank God for all of you that are day in, day out putting your lives in danger to make sure that others are well. So I thank you. We all thank you. We could not get through this without you. I think it is important that we all play our part. And I said this in the beginning of the video. We all have been called to something, and we all have purpose, and it is important that we use the gifts, and that we answer the call at a time like this, because people are desperately in need of what it is that we have been sitting on, what it is that God has been bubbling in our belly that we just are feeling insecure about. Now is not the time. It is important. Hey, I'm Barbara. It is important for us to use our gifts to be a blessing to each other, for us to come together. As I said in the beginning, I had the privilege of partying in my home with DJ D Nice last night on Instagram. 100+ K. That is 100+ thousand people that were watching, tuned in across the nation, celebrating life in the midst of all of this that is going on. If that did not tell you how important it is for us to use what it is that God has given us in this very season, during this time, I don't know what has. He didn't ask for anything financial. He just used what it is that God gave him as a means to bring joy and happiness to the world. And I think that while we're all, and it's fine, I'm home, okay? I am, in education, and I am not a salaried employee. So if this didn't hit anybody else, it hit me. It hit me hard, because if I can't provide or do my part to provide for my family, I should be panicking right now. But I thank God that I know God, and I'm going to trust him despite everything else. So, everybody is in panic mode right now, because you're trying to figure out, how am I going to provide for my family? You've got kids, you've got a home, there's rent, there are bills, but it is important for us to not lose focus on the fact that I believe that God is trying to get our attention right now in this very season. Right now, during this difficult time, he wants our attention. He has canceled out everything, all distractions. Can you hear me now? And it is important for us to tap in and really get back to what it is that we've been taught, what it is that we know deep down inside ourselves. When we remove self out of the equation, we can hear him a lot better. So it is my prayer that we are using this time to get a little closer to him. Spend time with our families. I know that big gatherings have been canceled and this, that, and the third, but spend time with those that are in your house. Us entrepreneurs, and I'm the best of both worlds. I might be slightly crazy. I'm not just an entrepreneur and a business owner, but I also do punch the clock as well, which I have not done in 6 years. But that is now a part added to everything else. Also, I have the nonprofit as well as the radio show. So sometimes I feel myself being spread thin. But during this time, I'm not trying to beat people over the head. I know everybody is struggling. So you haven't seen any posts for me like shop inspired by Shika My'Chelle, get your body butter, get your t-shirts. You have not seen it, because the bottom line is we are all struggling, and the least you need right now is some t-shirts. You don't need t-shirts. You need inspiration. You need motivation. You don't need these $15 t-shirts, okay? I'm sorry. God bless you to those that have supported. But right now, I'm not going to badger you and promote my brand, because the bottom line is you guys need toilet paper. And it's not funny, but, you have to find humor in the midst of all of this crazy. Now is not the time for that, but I do want to, since I mentioned it, this is not a plug, but I want to thank my cousin Andrea Branch, who I'll tag in this later. I want to thank her from the bottom of my heart. Yesterday, she contacted me randomly and was like, do you have this shirt in a 3X? And I'm like, let me check stock, because I haven't, I've had some events come up lately, so I haven't reordered. And then she said, and I need pink sugar body butter. And there was a woman that was with her. Oh Lord, Miss Rara, I believe her name is. Forgive me if I got it wrong. Jesus, I have both phones on, so I can't find it. But basically she was like, she wants the shirt and she needs some body butter. So I thank you, Andrea, who runs, she has her own shop in Virginia, which is like everybody else is getting slammed, is getting shut down. But you thought about me, and promoting me in a time like this, and I thank you. We'll be shipping that out tomorrow, but I just wanted to say thank you publicly. You know, it's not important for us to spend money, because right now everybody is, you know, doing the best that they can, really trying to figure out how to stretch you know, what it is that we have. So I ask that we be a little more compassionate. You know, it's not as important for us to sell a bunch of things. You know, I know us business owners are being slammed, especially small businesses, startups, those that, you know, are just a blip, and really just trying to start up and get out there. This is a blow for us. But God, I truly believe that right now, he's just simply trying to get our attention, and we have to be obedient and really pay attention in this season during this difficult time. Good afternoon, Willie Smith, Delia Nunn. Hey, honey bun. I thank you guys for joining me. Please rewind back, watch it from the beginning. I really don't want to be here long and feel like I am just talking. As you can see, if you're looking at my eyes, you know I'm under the weather. But it was very important for me to come on for a few moments and just really check in. I wanted to check in with you guys. I'm praying that, you know, everybody is hanging in there, doing the best that they can, and spending some time with their loved ones, getting some much needed rest, you know, and really loving on those that are around us. I wanted to also thank you guys. I had not been on since my mom's. You're actually not on my block because, hey Chris, you're not on my block. My aunt lives there, not me, now. Yeah, I no longer live in my old home. It is what it is. But enjoy your inspiration. Thank you so much. I think I love doing these times. I'll be a window. Look, I can't see. I'm trying to read what you're saying. Yes. God bless you. Love you always. Chris. Thank you. It was just on my heart to come on for a few moments and really try to use what it is that God gave me to attempt to inspire or encourage, you know, somebody else. But as I was saying, I with everything that was going on, the show, we did not go live last week from Church Talk Radio. I don't think we did a show at all last week, so I was not able to say thank you. Beautifully Unique Inc. had our Bowling for a Cause fundraiser, raising funds for the Myrtle Stewart Alston Scholarship Fund, which was named in my mom's Great Minds Think Alike, Kayla, who was named in my mom's honor to assist some deserving seniors from Wyandanch High School to further their education. So I wanted to say thank you to everybody in the midst of the crazy that was going on, that still came. That still came. We had a great turnout. I was not able to post pictures yet because I started to feel under the weather a little bit after. But I wanted to say thank you to those that showed up, those that donated. You know, I respect everyone's decision. Those that were like, Sheik, I really don't think that I should come because of what's happening. I respect that. There was no ill will. Those that did come, thank God for you, for rocking out with me. I had my pastor-elect Sydney Martin from Destiny House Christian Center, Elder Francis Dent, my husband, my son's friends, which are my bonus sons, my best friend Debricka, my homegirl Mercedes, my girl, Joy, my sister, my songbird sister, Miss Sherrol Sharpe, oh gosh, my Umi and my sisters showed up. My sister Des, Rihanna, D, like I said, Umi. There were so many people. Kia Man, and her amazing kids. Oh, my Morgan and Chris, showed up with my favorite little 1-year-old. I call him Swiper, but they call him Bam. Her sister Summer. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna remember everybody. I'm trying to like catch it in my brain, but I thank God for each and every one of you that came out, had an amazing time. It was such a great time just bonding as family. So I thank you guys for showing up. I thank you guys for donating. I do not know what is happening as far as when school is coming back, but know that your donations are always in good hands. I will make sure that when we do select, hey Mark, welcome. When we do select those deserving seniors, hey Sean, welcome. When we do select those deserving seniors, as last year, we will post it. We will take pictures so you can see where your money goes. I think that my word has been good. I've been doing this long enough. Beautifully Unique is she's got a little blip on the radar, and we've never had anyone complain about us ever. Your money has always been good with us. We've always put it where we said we were going to put it. We've always, strived to be a blessing to the community, to be a blessing to the youth, and just inspire, encourage, and inspire, inspire, encourage, and motivate, the youth and the communities. So I thank you guys that have donated. I thank you guys that showed up. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on as far as school, so we can figure out when. We still have some time, because the scholarship is not given out into June. So we still have a little bit of time, and whatever happens, I will make sure that those scholarships still go out, period. But I thank you guys that showed up. Yesterday I actually saw something. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not feeling well, and there is a light that is shining in my eyes, so it is making me look even more exotic, as I will say, because everyone always asks me, "Are you black? Are you all black?" Yes, I'm black. Let it go. However, this was really, I thought this was a really dope post. I saw yesterday Amber Taylor. I don't know who's familiar with her, but it's my business right now to bring up people that are using their voice to inspire and encourage others. But Amber, one of the things she was talking about in her post was basically still, self-grooming, how it makes her feel good to still get up, regardless of the fact that we have nowhere to go. She is a makeup artist, a professional makeup artist. And again, her business is being slammed. She's, weddings are being canceled and postponed. Business is being slammed because we can't do what it is that, brings us income. And, she found it still important for her to self-groom, still get up every day, still do her hair, still, put a little makeup on. It makes her feel good. And you know what? This morning, is the first day. I saw that yesterday, and after rocking with DJ D Nice last night, welcome Miss Shepherd, welcome. Rocking out with DJ D Nice last night, it really motivated me. It made me feel so good that I woke up this morning. I was like, despite how I feel, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna take a shower. I didn't put no makeup on. Sorry, y'all. I said, despite how I feel, I'm gonna still get up, and I'm still gonna push through. I'm still gonna put some clothes on. I did shower. Let me double back. I showered. I did put some clothes on. I washed my hair, so don't judge me. Y'all already know what it is. I don't have to worry about nobody's salon being closed down or the beauty supply being closed down, because if you know me, you already know that is the least of my worries. Come on, if you need something, let me be a blessing. Let me be a blessing to you. If you need something, I'll let you hold something. But no, seriously. I think that was something really good. Thank you so much, Miss Shepherd. I don't need makeup. Thank you. I'm struggling here, but I thought that was really dope of her to say, and it was nice for her to put that out there. And we have to continue to do things that make us happy. Hey, Dana Boo. We have to continue to do the things that make us happy, that made us happy prior to this quarantine. Yes, we are still stuck in the house. But one thing that my best friend and I said yesterday, we were sitting in our house in our pajamas, rocking out with, like I said, DJ T Nice. She's in her house, I'm in my house. We got our pajamas on. We're living our best lives, in our homes, pre-birthday. It was a little pre-birthday celebration for me. My birthday is Tuesday. Everything has been shut down. I don't know how we celebrating. I don't know. I'm turning 40 and all hell has broken loose. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll play it as it goes. The bottom line is I am alive. I am here. I am getting healthier, in the midst of all of this that is happening. So I will not complain. My son, who's amazing, said, Ma, I'll make you a cake. The bakery's not open, no problem. I'll bake you a cake. You know what? I'm happy with that. I get to spend time, sometimes when you're so, when you're pulled in so many different directions, you sometimes don't get to spend time with, loved ones the way that you want to. Hey, pretty Minnie. My sister, Minnie Mobley. Songbird, love her. Hey Tay, welcome. But I think that this time I've loved watching people's TikTok videos, with their families, and I am a fan of the James family. I love me some LeBron and Savannah and they babies, and I'm just loving watching people come together, people that are normally busy, that are normally all over the place, as mothers, as wives, as sisters, as daughters, as husbands. Let me get that right. As husbands, as business owners, men, just as people, let me be safe and say as people. We're so busy trying to provide for our families, trying to take care of our loved ones. And I'm so excited about seeing people just having fun again in their homes, with their families, with their children, getting involved. Those that don't have rhythm are still living their best lives, dancing on TikTok. And it is important for us to not focus so much, and this is not diluting what is happening in the world. We know that what is happening is serious. It is real. We can still laugh. We can still find peace. We can still find joy in the midst of all of this that is going on. It is my prayer that you guys have listened to this message today and have really taken away the importance of using our gifts to be a blessing to others. While we're going live, let's be a little more aware. Let's make sure that we're going live and we're using our lives not to just self-promote. I get it. As an entrepreneur, I get it. We've got bills to pay. Everybody is in panic mode because you don't know how to stretch that little bit that we have. But when you know God, you trust God. Period. In the end, like, I've been hit doubly. Okay. As an entrepreneur, I've gotten hit, and as an employee of Wandam School District, who is not a salaried employee, I don't go to work, I don't get paid. So this shutdown, thank you, BB. Love you bunches. You're always doing your part. Thank you. And I thank you for riding out. I have everything that I've been through. You have been, my, hey Dave, welcome. You have been my constant. You have been my ride or die, and I thank God for you. So I thank you. I'll see you tonight, rocking out with DJ D Nice. I think I'm gonna keep my hair done, and I'm gonna rock out with you again tonight. Don't fall asleep on me. Last night, I think it was about midnight when we realized that this goes to show us that we really don't party, because by midnight I think we were both like, okay, it's time to go night night, because we can't keep moving like this. But back to us. It is important for us to use our gifts. Get up off of whatever it is that God has given us. This is not the time to be sitting on our gifts. It is our responsibility to inspire each other, to be that voice that simply, gives people comfort. So while we're going live, I ask that, take some time while you're promoting your brands, to leave a word with the people. You have influence, you have a following, people are watching. Let's not just use this time for promotion of our businesses. Those of us that are believers, let's use this time to introduce people to the God in us. Okay? Those that are having a difficult time, I'm not somebody, I am not perfect, but I know what I know, and I know what God has brought me through. So I am not going to panic. I am not going to live my life in fear. I am going to be obedient to what it is that has been said. If you say quarantine, we're gonna live our best lives right here in our home, and do the best that we can until it is time, for us to, until you tell us otherwise. Let's not be stupid. Let's really pay attention to what's happening. But more so, while we're paying attention to what's happening, let's also pay attention to what it is that God is trying to say to us. He's been trying to get our attention, most of us, and we've been too busy doing a bunch of other things to hear him clearly. So it is my prayer that we are all using this time to tap into self, to heal from some things, and to simply be a blessing to others, those that need a little something during this difficult time. So I don't know how long it has been since I've been talking to you. You can watch it from the beginning, because I don't want to beat you guys over the head with the same message. I just pray that you heed the message, and that you use what it is that God has given you to be a blessing to someone else, to encourage someone else. I know that, we can't physically be there. Use wisdom. That's right, sis. Use wisdom during this time. I'm one of those people. It's not that I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I'm one of those people that I don't watch the news like that, because I'm kind of like, I feel like a lot of times there's always negativity on the news. And I'm one of those people that feels like, while you're trying to get me to look over here, you're doing something fishy over there. I've been guilty of that in the past, but the deaths that are being experienced is real. This virus is real. Whether it's new or old or the bottom line is people are dropping. Lives are being changed. We have to use wisdom. We have to be smart. But while we are not able to be physical with each other, I'm sending everybody a virtual hug. I'm sending everybody a hug through the phone, through the internet right now. I'm going to love on you like I would if you were in my presence right now. I am giving you a big old hug, and I want you to know that I love you, that I am covering you in prayer, and I ask that you continue to cover me and my family in prayer. I sincerely thank God for my apostle, Dr. Pepper Martin, because the woman I was before I walked into Destiny House Christian Center, and the woman I am right now, today, are two different women. And I thank God for being taught the importance of forgiveness. The importance of, I thank God for her being an apostle that does not let you sit on your gifts. So she'll give you about 60 days. You got about 60 days 30, really 30, but 60 before she jump up on you, to sit, to get it together before it's like, okay, now we need to use what's inside you. Okay, now we're going to get up, and because who you are is necessary. Who you are is needed. And I think too many of us have spent so much time under leadership that is trying to bind our gifts, that are trying to hold on to what it is that God has given us, because they're so desperately afraid that they can't manipulate it, that they can't use it. And this is not me telling anybody to leave their church. I'm not preaching to you. I'm just telling you what I know. I thank God for an apostle that has loved me when I was unlovable. Loved me when I was an absolute pain. I'm still a pain in her neck. And that's my spiritual mama. And so I'm a pain in her neck. I was a pain in my mama's neck. Like, she gave birth to me. She had to deal with it until she died. It was like, this is what it is. I can be a little, but my good outweighs my bad, so it is what it is. Still a work in progress, but here it is. I'm working through what it is that I'm going through. Know that. But it's just important for us to band together, to call each other. And now that we have time, guess what? Nobody's going anywhere. Pick up the phone. Check on your friends. Tap in. Like, hey girl, what's going on? Like, how has life been for you? Is there anything that I can send you? Because I can't come to you. But it is important for us to be a blessing to each other. And again, just use what it is that God has given us to make others smile in this season, man. Make others laugh. If you know me, if you have watched the Inspired with Shika My'Chelle Show, which you can catch up on, because you've got nothing else to do, you can go over to YouTube and you can click on the Inspired with Shika My'Chelle Show, where you will find every single episode. This live will actually be there later on today as well. But you can find every episode of the Inspired with Shika My'Chelle Show. And I promise you, excuse me for burping, I'm trying to drink this water to stay hydrated. You can find every episode, catch up. You can get inspired. You can get motivated. You can get encouraged. There is a word on every single episode. There is a word waiting for you. There's also laughter. There's also joy. I enjoy what it is that God has called me to do. I'm still fine-tuning my purpose, still trying to figure out purpose from gift, from talent, still trying to own into what it is that God has given me. But in this very season, during this difficult time, it is important for me to no longer sit and to step up to the plate. I can't be who I am as a mom and say, to my son who does Monday motivation, Nazia, necessary. You can't say, Mom, but I feel like I don't have anything to say. When you have a following of people that are going through a difficult time. Hey, Raiden, my godson, love you, honey bun. We have a responsibility. Those of us that have a following, those of us that have people that are dependent on us for a word, we have a responsibility. It is important for us to use those gifts, use our voice to continue to be a blessing to each other. So those of you that just logged on, going backwards, because I'm not going backwards. I'm getting ready to log off in a few minutes, but I just wanted to leave you with a few moments of inspiration, a little bit of joy, a little bit of laughter. I wanted you to see a familiar face. I wanted to check in. I genuinely want to know, how are you? How are you feeling? How is this affecting you? How is it affecting your home? How are your children? Before we leave, we have to shield our children. It is important for them to know, for us to explain to them what is happening. But it is also equally important for us to protect them, because most of them don't have the ability to really process. Us as adults are trying to process what's happening, because we don't know what's the truth from the lie. We don't know where we should be or what we shouldn't be doing or what we should be doing. We're busy trying to maintain households and figure out, how our kids are going to eat, how our families are going to be provided for. But I have seen a few posts where people have been talking about their children having a difficult time. Anxiety is real. Fear is real. Us as adults are panicking, many of us. So and that shows when you go into the grocery store and things like toilet tissue, things like meat, paper towels, water, things that you are usually able to just walk into your grocery store on a day-to-day basis and pick up with no problem. Cleaning products, like, you guys have not been cleaning your house this entire time. What's the problem? Like, what have you been wiping with this whole entire time? Like, it's crazy to me. So it is important to me that we are extra careful with what we say around our children, because I've seen so many babies are experiencing anxiety, and are so fearful because, are they going to die? What's going to happen to me? They can't go to school. They can't see their friends. And it is my prayer that we cover those babies that are in homes. Oh, Jesus, that are in homes that, are toxic, that are in homes where they're being abused, that school is their only refuge. My God. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this thing is real. And if you know me, I love kids. I have a special love for the youth. I have a special love for those babies. So, let's pray for those that have used school for meals, that have relied on the teachers. Oh my God, that have relied on the teachers to be everything that their parents are not. My God, we have to really check in with each other. People don't realize, just working in the educational system. Oh yes, cover our babies. And it doesn't matter if you are the principal or if you are a janitor, a custodian. It doesn't matter where on the spectrum you fall. You have no idea how much is poured into your babies on a day-to-day basis when they walk in those doors. The love that we pour into them every single day. One could look and say, oh, she's just a lowly person that does late passes and handles attendance occasionally. And let me tell you something. It's crazy to me how if I miss a day, how they go out of their way to check for me. Like, hey, wait a minute. You wasn't here yesterday. What's going on? You good? I had one of the kids came to me, he was like, you look like fire today. And I was like, okay, but every single day he would come to me. He had said one day in the hallway, I'm just going to drop out, because he didn't like music. And it wasn't that he didn't like music. He wasn't a jazz fan, and they were doing jazz. And he was like, man, I'm about to just drop out. And I looked at him, I said, but you can't, because there's too much more for you to do. You just getting started. I said, now here it is. You got to go in there. And you might not like jazz right now. It's an acquired taste for some. I said, but you got to push through. He said, because I need a little bit of merengue, and it was hilarious to me. But every day after that kid came and found me and he said, Miss, I went to class today. And you don't realize, there's so many people, there's so much backlash when those, things come home for the supplies that the teachers need for your classes. I've never complained about that. Because the bottom line is, there are children that are walking in those classrooms that do not have. Is that your problem? No. But how can we really say that we serve God, that we really are women and men of God, if we are not willing to cover those that do not have? Do you know how many teachers, how many staff members, how many principals, how many assistant principals, how many people that are working in education to provide for your children, that take from their money that they do not have, that are struggling to take care of their families, that are pouring into your babies on a day-to-day basis, that when you don't send in school supplies, that they are going out with their own funds to purchase? Do you realize that? Do you realize that? So my prayer is we have to cover each other. We have to stand in the gaps for each other. This just went left. I was almost done. I was done with this feed. But when I thought about the babies that are at home right now, that are in situations that are scary for them, that don't have the love and support that they're used to getting from the staff at their schools, that are now being forced to deal with, I alcoholic parents, abusive parents, drug addicted parents, uncles, aunts, my God, that are sitting at home right now that are afraid. They're afraid because of what's happening in the world, but they are afraid about what's happening in their own homes. Oh my God. We have to cover each other. We have to cover our babies. Because life is real for them. Us as adults, many of us have gone into panic mode. So imagine what children are feeling. It is important for us to have conversations with our kids right now. And real conversations, and ask them, how do they feel? How is this making them feel? And respect their feelings enough to validate them. Don't make them feel stupid or feel little, like, oh, it could be worse. Yeah, but it could be better. This is something that they've never experienced. This is something that most of us have never experienced. We're all going through this together. We got to give each other a little more compassion, a little bit of love, in this season. Forgive me, those of you that know me know that when it comes to the babies, as I said before, I love the babies, and just thinking about, them and the elderly that are, that are trying to, that are doing the best that they can, that the stores, the elderly are going into these stores and there's nothing for them, because, as selfish people, we're running in panic, we're running in fear, and we're not worrying about our brothers and sisters. We're worrying about self. We don't need 12 things of toilet paper. We didn't need that before. Save some for somebody else. We don't need 12 cases of water. We weren't buying that before. We don't need 12 things of toilet paper towels. Come on. Let's be better. Let's be better. We can't say that we're believers and we're acting in a manner where we're allowing our fear to cause us to hoard things, take from those that really need. We can't say that we're a body of Christ and we're not covering each other. This it's terrible. And I was gonna wait. This live went somewhere where I wasn't expecting it to go. I was gonna wait until my normal day on Tuesday to talk to you, which is my birthday. I still plan to go live on Tuesday. I'm gonna be home, so why not sit and talk to you guys? But I really just wanted to check in, because it is my prayer that, you all are well mentally, that nobody is hungry, that nobody is without, and that we're spending a little more time with our loved ones, during this time. So, I'm going to leave it there because I am emotionally tapped out. Once I go there, I've gone there, and, I'm going to leave this, but it is my prayer that we continue to pray for each other, pray for this nation, pray for our president. Regardless of anything else, he has to make some decisions that affect our lives. So it is important. I pray that I pray that God be with him, and because he has the power to make things better or worse. But God has the final say. So as I was watching, as I posted earlier, if you checked my my page, as I said earlier, I shared a few virtual churches today, one being Destiny House Christian Center in Freeport, under the leadership of Apostle Dr. Pepper Martin, which I am a member of. I also shared a word from Dr. MarQuerita Story, whom you guys know I love, as well as a word from the Abundant Life Christian Center International in Hopewell, Virginia, that my cousins Erica and Andrea are members of, as well as Holy Trinity Baptist Church right in Amityville, New York, under the leadership of Dr. Vernon Shelton, Senior. If you were in need of a word today, I know churches are shut down, and you might have needed your fix. So I did post on my page 4 different messages, 4 different words for you guys. Go get your praise on. And I am going to end this because I need need to check in to see what time DJ D Nice is coming on today, because I need to have another pre-birthday celebration party in my living room. And you can join me over there, because that's where I'll be enjoying and living. This was not a sentence for us to die or for us to lay dormant. This was a season for us to get it together. This was time that we have been losing with our families, that we've been losing with our loved ones, where we have not been connected to God. Now is the time. He has removed everything from us. He said, okay, now what is your excuse now? There is no excuse. So so we getting dressed. No, B, I'm already dressed. This is it. But I'm leaving over here on Instagram, because they're getting ready to shut me down. So God bless you, love you, see you later. But that was, I had to end on share to story on Instagram, because I was getting ready to shut down. But I'm gonna end with you guys as well. God bless you. Let's continue to love each other. Let's continue to pray for each other. Pray for our nation. People are dying, and that's the reality. Lives are being changed forever. You know, and for me, like I said, with my 40th being Tuesday, I was so excited about being able to finally celebrate. This was the first year since my mom died. It's been 2 years since she passed. This was the first year that for me, I was like, okay, you know, I feel like I'm okay. Like, you know, if we can celebrate a little bit. We can have a good time, you know, and that got canceled. So, you know, I was disappointed. I felt down, about it, because I'm like, man, you only turned 40 once, but guess what? I can celebrate my birthday anytime. The big bash will be happening when all of this blows over. I will still be 40 and I will still be celebrating, but it's Aries season, and it's just like Rona to come in during the midst of Aries season, because that's what we do. Aries come and we shut things down. So shout out to my Aries. I just, for those of you that are experiencing a down season, that are experiencing anxiety, that is experiencing depression, I just ask that you guys check in on each other, because your strong friends need you right now too. We are all in this together. So God bless you. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. And here's another virtual hug from me to you. Let's continue to use what we've been given to continue to inspire and encourage each other, especially during a time like this. I love you, and I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again soon. God bless you.